how's it going everyone? We are back on Minecraft, and today we're going to be hopping back into it and mostly just fixing up some things that we did in the last episode and just progressing further into our Minecraft hardcore survival adventure, which, you know, is always stressful every time because who knows, this could end up being the last video if I die, and that's gonna be it. But I'm gonna try not to, so yeah, I'll try. But with that said, there has been a lot that has changed. As you can see, things look a lot different than they did before. Optifine finally has shaders working for 1.17, so that means I can go ahead and throw them on, and I'd have to say that everything does look pretty good so far. And I have done a couple things since the last video as well. So most notably, I have changed up the house quite a bit. From the outside, it still looks the same for the most part, but I expanded in the back part, which I will definitely go ahead and show you guys, but we're still far from done. So I did change this part right here. Before, this was just where the stairs went all the way up, but I moved the stairs to that wall, that way I could add on here, and this is where the kitchen area is going to be. So if I just want to make food or whatever, I'm going to work on making this look better today. I just went ahead and built it off screen, but I'm going to work on this today and actually make it look decent. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. And then going upstairs, now that the stairs are over here, before I just had it to where the wall ended right here, but I went ahead and made some more space, so that way I'll have chests that I can put all along this side if I want to, and then I'll still put the enchantment table or something around this area right here. That looks like a good area, and yeah, it looks a lot bigger and a lot roomier, so yeah, it's nice. Of course the lighting is just temporary, I'll work on that as well, but I think it's a big improvement from the last video. Another thing that I'm going to be working on is making a farm for this video, because we're going to be needing quite a bit of food. We did find a village in the first video, so I'm going to go over to that village and see how they're doing, and then we're going to start planting some crops. I'm going to expand upon this little area right here. It's just a nice safe little area on the back of my house where I can plant crops, things of that nature. So that's definitely what we're going to be doing, and hopefully we'll have some food built up by the end of this. I do definitely need to go mining soon because I really don't have that much. I mean, the diamonds that I found in the sand temple was pretty good, but we're running low on iron and things like that too. So I need to go mining very soon, but I want to make sure that we're taken care of food wise and just securely as well. Now, just like in the other videos, we do have a set of objectives. So the objective for this video, the primary one, is going to be pretty much just building up the house, getting some crops planted, things like that. And the secondary objective is going to be pretty similar to the last one. It's going to be fortifying this area. I still need to put a fence up, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, so I can go ahead and protect myself from all the mobs that could be coming around here, since I have seen some pillagers wandering around. So now that I have the grass area here, which I'm going to end up hoeing and things like that and putting crops down here, I'm gonna go ahead and build like kind of like a little border around it. I'm gonna set up probably fences and things like that, just so I like absolutely can't fall off, because I do have a plan for this too, which I might do today, maybe, or I could just save it because nothing's getting up here anyway, except for maybe a spider. But I'm gonna have slabs that go over just this part here, so it's kind of like a back balcony area to some extent, but for the most part now we're safe. And all I have are just some stairs going kind of down. So for the corners, I will actually have the corners be different, and it's going to be out from the wooden planks. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's just like a little area. It's not like a super amazing looking farm, but it'll get the job done. So like this takes up a lot of wood though, I'll tell you that much. So keep going along this, and there we go. Do one more corner, and then I just finish around this end, and there we go. So a nice little farm area. Next is going to the village and actually getting some crops that we can go ahead and use for this. And here we are, we made it to the village. So it is a sand village, but it's still going to give us hopefully some good crops and things that we need. Lots of villagers that I can't trade with as of right now. Ooh, some cats as well, which should be helpful to have. But oh, looks like, yeah, I thought I heard a librarian too. So ooh, a lot of bookshelves. I could honestly steal this guy's bookshelves and go ahead and build the enchantment room just like that. But you know, we have a lot of paper at home and some leather, so we'll see how it goes. But if I need to come back and steal this guy's, I mean borrow your bookshelves, I will do that. But we could also try to keep re-rolling this guy to see if we can go ahead and get a mending book or something of that nature. So since this village really only has wheat seeds as its primary kind of farm, I'm just gonna go ahead and do something else instead. I'm gonna plant the wheat seeds that I already have back at the house, but I'm gonna shift my focus onto enchantment. So what I learned is this village actually has 3 librarians that live in it, so that means that all of them have a house full of books, this one included. I've already harvested the books from here, but I'm gonna do so for every one of the rooms, and I'm gonna take those back, and I'm already gonna have all the bookshelves I need for an enchantment table. So if I can get some obsidian, I'll go ahead and be able to have level 30 enchantment once I get there, and I can re-roll these guys at a later date to get some better enchantments, even though one of them already has silk touch. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Now I am saddened that I wasn't able to get some carrots because that is my favorite type of crop to grow and it's good for food, but it's okay because I could still always get lucky and have one drop from a random zombie, or at the very least I could just, you know, live off some wheat for a little bit and get some animals going very soon. But walking away with those many bookshelves is definitely a plus. Haven't been that lucky when it comes to that in a while, so having an enchantment room set up already off the bat is definitely going to be a big bonus. I was able to make quite a bit of bookshelves, and honestly I can make more if I get just a little bit right here, so I'll go ahead and do that, but I think that's more than plenty, and I'm gonna use some to, you know, probably just decorate a little bit also. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is putting the enchantment table over here. Now originally I was gonna have it right here, but of course now with the staircase, this side's gonna be for chests. I could even put it here, but I don't like having it there when I walk up, so I'll put it right here in this area, and I think it'll look good. Now I do need an enchantment table, of course, which I have everything. Surprisingly I have the diamonds, but I don't have the obsidian, so there's that. But I'll definitely go ahead and just put them around like that. That should be enough for level 30. If not, I'm gonna, you know, put some more. Actually, I'll put one right there. Okay, so now it is time to plant the crops. In the meantime, while I wait for everything else, I'm gonna have to get obsidian and things like that at a later time, but for right now we'll go ahead and plant the crops. So I'm just gonna use the wheat seeds that I do have. Probably not gonna be able to do all the sides for right now, but that's completely fine. I do want to get a pumpkin soon, that way I can put a jack-o'-lantern right here in the middle above the water, so that I don't have to worry about any mobs spawning whatsoever. But this will be a pretty good start for right now until I get some carrots and I can build it up, and I'll also plant the melon seed as well in one of these areas. And there we have it, a somewhat completed farm, which is going to grow and look very nice, which will give us a good amount of food. So that honestly wasn't too bad. That's gonna end the day, and then when we wake up in the morning we'll work on the rest of the house, starting with the kitchen. Okay, rise and shine. So I have a very simplistic kind of style I want to go with, but yeah, it's gonna look pretty nice, so let's get into that. So first things first, I'm gonna add some like nice grass into here, make it look good with the leaves. And then I'll go ahead and start adding some blocks with kind of this. I want to use the smooth stone. I really like that with wood builds, and just right now, especially since I don't have quartz or things of that nature. And I'll throw some slabs into there like this and bring it across. I will end up moving this torch too because that does not need to be there. There we go, like that. And then I'll probably put a cauldron here. I need some more iron for that, but I'll put a cauldron there with some water, and that'll be like a sink, I guess, supposedly. I'll put some chests here. This is be where the food's at, just until I actually can make like a refrigerator or something like that. So for now I'll just leave it like that. But yeah, honestly I think it turned out good. It's not super fancy, but I have everything I need for right now. I'll put some more stuff up here, like just decoration, but it looks like we have like shelves and things. I do need some more iron for a cauldron, smoker right here if I want to cook any food in. And yeah, honestly I think it looks good, all things considered. It definitely has a more roomier feel to it. Last thing I need to do also is get rid of a lot of the torches, put something like a lantern right here, and then I'll have better lighting for the most part. But honestly I think it looks okay, a lot better than it first did. But I will go ahead and put some more leaves in this corner so it does give it more of a grassier feel to it. I think that adds to it pretty nicely. I think my favorite part so far about this is that I added a lot of like plant life to it, so it actually brings it together and it feels more alive, especially with the shader, how it moves and everything. I think it just adds that extra bit of depth to it, the kitchen itself. So I've gone ahead and actually worked on the front room as well. I wouldn't say it's much of a living room since I do have like a bed in here and stuff, but I think it looks good. Got some lanterns for some lights. I went ahead and put a picture frame up, which I think looks good. And I like having it where it ties everything together like that. That's how I personally like it. Even in the kitchen, I went and put a lantern up, and I have some more flowers and things, picture frame. So I think it's coming together nicely. It looks homey to me. Going upstairs, I haven't worked on it anymore, but the only thing I really need to do for today is just fill this with chests. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do now. I'm gonna get all the wood I need. I'm gonna fill this wall with chests, and then after that, all I have to do is work on the fence, and we are done. And as you can see, a lot of the crops have been growing as well, so I can go ahead and have some watermelons now, which are really cool, and also the wheat, which is gonna already be growing pretty well too. So yeah, everything's turning good. I'm liking it so far. Okay, I finished putting all the chests, which is pretty good. They all work and everything. So I do have those empty spaces on the side, so that's exactly why I have some armor stands for. Make it look more like a closet kind of. And I don't have much armor right now. I just have the armor that I have on my back. But once we start getting some more materials, which we finally are going to do in the next episode, doing something like this in hardcore survival honestly is kind of a big deal, because it's really hard getting materials without trying to die. And also with the scarcity of materials that I have right now, I think I've done pretty well so far. So yeah, this is pretty much how the house has turned out. It's been really fun. Otherwise than that, I just need to go ahead and build a fence, which I'm going to do around everything real quick, and then we are completely done for the day. I'm gonna just keep following this cobblestone fence around it. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was gonna use wood or stone, but I'm just gonna use stone. Honestly, I think that makes it look pretty good. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Plus it's easier to get because I can just go mine all the cobblestone I need right there. It's easier than getting some wood right now. So I'll go ahead and do that. Plus I'm kind of tired of getting wood since it's all I've been doing to build the house. As you can see, I do have it come out here to this back area, but really this part I'll expand upon. Right now it's just like protection. I'm not really worried about it too much. Just a little area for some crops. If I need to, I could put like animals back here for a farm or something like that. But for right now, it's more just security. More than anything. So I'll just go ahead and keep building this, and then once I'm done, we'll come back and I'll show you guys everything that we've done for today. And that should do it. There we go. I enclosed pretty much everything. I just have torches on this side. I'm gonna do that in my own time, especially because I've been just sleeping every time it gets nighttime anyway. This is more just because of the pillagers. It's not really mobs that I'm worried about too much, although yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But I keep seeing pillagers over this way. So yeah, I'm not trying to deal with that. I'll just go ahead and finish that. But otherwise, yeah, everything's done. And I think that we did such a good job today. I made a lot of progress that I needed to, and although things didn't go quite the way they did, I thought I was gonna have carrots, but instead I walked away with a whole bunch of bookshelves for enchanting instead. So with that said, I'm actually pretty happy about that, if I'm being honest with you guys, and I can't wait to jump into the next one because we're finally gonna be mining, and that's without a doubt one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft is getting diamonds and things like that. So yeah, with that said, that's gonna take care of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.